3 teachers. While sitting at my daughter's dining table in Louisville last weekend, my 2 daughters and I discovered that we were each going to teach or had taught the same age children in Vacation Bible School this year. Kathy and I had just finished ours, and Patty was planning to begin Monday. The Southern Baptists are such thorough planners that anyone can do a good job teaching if they can read and follow directions. The literature explicitly tells the teachers what to do first, next, and what to do before you come. Kathy, who has taught for 15 years and at least 30 Vacation Bible Schools, because she started teaching by the time she was in high school, did everything by the book. She had enough room and enough helpers and enough equipment that she could. She cut out all the materials, made copies of everything for the students, made the study stops, and then devised a system of rewards so that all the children in her group would want to do as many activities as possible. Patty, on the other hand, said she thought the study stops were boring, and she planned to bring out the theme of servanthood of all the Bible characters they studied. She also said they were planning to skip the creation story and go on to another story. The Baptists always give you enough material for a 2-week school, though most churches I know only do 1 week. I interposed and I said that this year the creation story emphasized that Adam was given an assignment to take care of the earth and its animals. I said I brought in the problem of acid rain, the destruction of the ozone layer, the destruction of the tropical rainforests. I even talked about Paintsville's rejecting the proposed incinerator. She decided she could use the creation story after all and approach it from the viewpoint of Adam, the servant. Patty has taught 10 years and has taught at least 75 Vacation Bible Schools. For several years, she directed Bible schools all summer, sometimes 2 a day. She said she liked to do her own more colorful posters because she thought the ones furnished with the kits were not colorful enough. I, who had 35 years of teaching in public schools and at least 50 Vacation Bible Schools under my belt, adapted the literature to my group and my situation. I did not have room for my group to do much moving around or studying individually. So I emphasized the children's thoroughly understanding the Bible story and seeing that they memorized the Bible verse each day. I picked the games we would play and the study stops we would all study. I depended on my ability to tell the Bible story looking them in the eye and be able to tell what came before and after the story in the book. I sang Adam and Eve's wedding song for them, a song my mother had learned from her grandfather, who was a soldier in the Civil War. Patty said she sang, "The Lord thought he'd make him a man, them bones gonna rise again. So he took a little water and he took a little sand, them bones gonna rise again," in her story of creation, just to add a little spark to the telling of the story. I thought about our different approaches to teaching the same literature and became more firmly convinced that teaching is an art. There's no way that one teacher can teach the same way another teacher teaches. I feel sorry for the teachers whose every move is supervised and they have to say just what the teacher's manual says. They may be a much better teacher than the teacher who wrote the manual. There must be room in the classroom for ingenuity and creativity. Of course, a teacher's manual should be consulted and used if one does not have a better idea. It is good to be able to follow a lesson plan and add extra incentive to those plans. It's equally good to know what you are doing, to adapt those plans, and to add one's own special creativity to them. A teacher is part artist, part craftsman, part visionary, part drudge. The part I like best is the creativity and the spark of learning that goes from teacher to child when all is going well. Someone's definition of a school is a good teacher on one end of the log and a student on the other end. I think that's true. No amount of fancy equipment is going to compensate for a sorry teacher. We need to take care to hire the best teachers we can find. Forget their voting record. Get rid of the ones who can't or won't teach, and support with money, teaching materials, and respect the teachers who are working hard and creatively teaching our children. That's the only way to get education on track.